In today's video, we are going to continue with our middle game lessons, and this is the part two. And we are going to discuss that how to look for the best move in a position. And we have a position in front of us. This is the start of the Scotch Gambit actually in the middle game opening. And here White played the move Knight G5. I am going to flip the board and it lets you people understand that what are the White's threat in this position. Sorry, that what are the White threats. If White threat is that he is going to pick up this pawn. Oh, he's going to pick up this pawn with check. This pawn is being threatened by this knight and bishop. And to counter this threat, we have three moves. One is we can castle. Second one is we play the move d5. And the third one is knight to e5. I want you people to choose the best and correct move in this position for black. That which one is it? Whether it is castle, whether it is d5, or whether it is knight to e5. And then I am going to show you the logic behind all of these moves. I hope you have judged it. If you play the move castle, then white would have a very massive threat. And this would be a blunder. Why? Because when you castle, now the threat is queen h5. And now white is attacking this pawn thrice. And if you want to protect it, the threat, now knight into f7. Going for this queen. If you try to protect this queen, now there is a mate. Knight into h6. Check. You can't take it with the pawn. If you take with the pawn, for example, over here, uh, after the knight check, you have also this check, the bishop check. The king has to move. Now knight f6 check. King goes over here and this is a mate. So after knight g5, if you play the move castle, you are just getting into a lot of trouble. So how to counter it? The second option I told you was that d5. But now after into d5, you take the knight, bishop into knight check, as this was the third protector of this pawn. B into c3. Now knight e5 threatening this bishop. Bishop goes back. But in this version, you have lost a pawn. And white's pieces are active. Very active. So we are left with only one option. That one is knight to e5. And why this option is best? Because it lets the knight over here, f6, to develop to a better scale on e5. Threatening this bishop over here. Now protecting this pawn also. And after that we can castle. Bishop to b3. Now first h6. We don't like your knight over here. The knight has to move back. Knight f3. Now this knight has done its job over here on e5. So it comes back. And in the next move, black is just going to castle. Develop his pawn to d6 and develop his bishop. From if you are able to develop your bishop, any piece, to protect another piece, pawn or piece, and threat the opponent's piece, then you are going to look for that move first. So that's why in this position, knight e5 is the best because it protects and threat the opponent's piece. I hope you have got this concept also. Example. Now we are going to move over back over, move to our next example. Here, our bishop is being threatened by this pawn over here. I want you people to choose the best move in this position for the bishop. Best placement of the bishop. The bishop can come over here, bishop to d3. This bishop can come over here to e7. This bishop can move back over here to a4. This bishop can come over here to a6. And I want you to choose that which of these four places this bishop should move to. Just pause and think that what is the best place to move this bishop to. And I hope you have judged that the best place to move this bishop over here is that. Now the problem is that on this diagonal, the main squares are being protected by black pawn. And this bishop is doing nothing on this diagonal. So the point is that you're going to convert this bishop from this diagonal to this diagonal. Or you're going to play this move, then you may go for it, castle, develop the knight. Or you can just come over here, play this move, f4, develop the bishop over here. Then you go for the move c5. Or you can just play the move over here. So which one is the best move? And the best move in this position is the move bishop to e2 is also best, and bishop to a4 is also best. But in the game, the white player got aggressive and he played the move bishop a6. And why this is a blunder? Because now he loses the bishop. In check, knight comes, he picks up the bishop. Now I'm going to show you that why these moves are better instead of the blunder. Because now if you play the move bishop a4, now black goes for, oh sorry, queen c7, attacking queen first, attacking this pawn. Now you play the move f4. And here now black develops his rook. Now b3. And in the next game, you are after sorry, black castles over here. You can develop your knight and you can also castle. But what instead of over here? Bishop to e7. Now black comes over here, queen b6. You play b3. Now bishop c5. Threatening this pawn, but now you castle. And you can develop your knight and hit this pawn over here. So that's why both of these moves, bishop to e7 and bishop a4, are better. Because these two moves, this move keeps you in this diagonal of the king, bishop move, and this move lets you play the move f4, brings your bishop to next diagonal for another target. Going to show you like bishop f4, then bishop you can play to f3, and this move c4, hitting the center and castle. So this was the end of today's video. If you like it, kindly subscribe and hit the bell icon button. Thank you very much. Bye.